What is up, guys? It's your boy Buckeye Baller back with my first video in a while. This time it's college football. Now I am very psyched with this new football season. I got the games up above me. I got College Game Day. This might be uploaded later. I don't know when it will be officially on YouTube. Make sure to follow my Instagram, Buckeye Baller Sports. So just follow that Instagram, and let's get into today's video. Is my college football predictions. I'll start 20 through 17, then 16 to 13, then 12 to 9, then 8 to 5, and then 4 to 1. You guys will probably be very surprised with my predictions, but I think I'm pretty confident in mine. The number 20 seed will be UCF. Obviously, they lost their best player last year over the off season. I have UCF at the 20 seed. 19, I have Virginia Tech. Their one loss, maybe a couple losses in there. I have them losing to Notre Dame, most importantly. Number 18, I have Arizona. After a tough off season and the scandals that were going on with Arizona, they're going to be down. Obviously not down in the dumps, but it'll be hard for them to come back. So hopefully, I honestly don't care, but the 18th seed will be, I believe, where they stay. Now the 17th seed, Florida State. Florida State has a very tough schedule. I think Florida will be pretty good, maybe upset them. I don't know. Notre Dame will probably beat them, I think, but anything can happen. Now my 16th seed is Miami. Miami from Florida, not Miami from Ohio. Miami from Florida. Ole Miss, they play Sunday. Very tough game, but I think they can pull it out. And there's going to be games in there this season. They might get upset. Florida State, they might lose to. Notre Dame, I think they might play. They might lose to Notre Dame. The 15th seed, USC. USC is going to have a great season this season. I think they'll play extremely well all season and just dominate the competition. There's the one game I think they're going to lose is Notre Dame, last game of the season. Again, Notre Dame is winning a lot of games. 14, Stanford. Again, they're going to lose to Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a very tough schedule. If Stanford's one loss is to Notre Dame, and I think they might lose to USC, they'll have trouble in the playoff race, because if they lose to USC, which is at the end of the season, they might not be able to get into that top four. And the 13 seed TCU. They have a pretty tough schedule. They play Ohio State third week of the season. Should be a pretty good game. I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm looking to see how that one turns out. I'm hoping the Buckeyes win, but you never know. 12 seed TTUN, also known as Michigan. That team up north. Can't stand these guys. 12 seed, again losing to Notre Dame. Putting them in a not great place. I think they'll lose to Ohio State as well. The 11th seed, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's going to lose. They're just going to be regular Oklahoma. Like, they'll be up in the rankings one week, then the next week they'll just, for some reason, go down because other teams have harder schedules than them. Number 10, Michigan State. Michigan State will beat Michigan, lose to Ohio State, and then lose to Penn State. And then they'll beat Wisconsin, though. Okay, and number 9, Washington. Washington, I think, will lose to Auburn, and that's why they're not in front of Auburn, because that's a very tough matchup. I think Auburn will come on top. With the standings actually flipped from the first week, Auburn was 9, Washington was 6, and my predictions making Washington 9, Auburn 6. The 8 seed is Penn State. They'll lose to Ohio State, but then beat Wisconsin, and then lose again to Michigan State. So, very tough schedule for Penn State. With the Big Ten being a top contender in rankings, a couple of years ago they weren't great, but this year they can do a lot. Wisconsin, their one win will be against not their one win, but their major win will be against Ohio State, as Ohio State will lose to Wisconsin, but they'll beat them in the Big Ten championship. Number 6, Auburn. Again, they'll beat Washington, but they'll lose to Alabama and Georgia, which will put them behind both teams. Number 5, Georgia. Georgia will barely not make the playoffs because Alabama will beat them, and Alabama will win the SEC, the college football playoffs. The 4 seed, we have Ohio State. My team, I did think Ohio State, not because, Ohio State's going to make it because they're my favorite team. Mainly because Ohio State has a very tough schedule this year. And if other teams like Alabama and Notre Dame can knock off teams that are tough competitors to them, they can make the playoffs. 3 seed, Alabama. Alabama always a contender. Why not? I mean, they get top prospects. It's the South. It's college football in the South. It's Alabama. They'll be Georgia, Auburn, win the SEC, Mississippi State. They'll be Ole Miss. They'll be barely though. They might lose to Ole Miss. That might be the only game they lose. But 2 seed, Clemson. They'll win the ACC. ACC is not the toughest conference. They have Miami. I mean, ACC is more of a basketball conference. And then the number 1 seed, I think you might know what it is, Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a very tough schedule, 5 top games, which are Michigan, Virginia Tech, USC, Florida State, and one other game. I forget the other game, but if they can win those 5 games, that would be huge for them. And they might go undefeated. I don't know. So my predictions for this season are Notre Dame and Alabama to be in the championship game, and then Notre Dame to win the entire thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My predictions. I'm sure a couple of my friends will be happy with the predictions, and peace out.